Hi there. I didn't hear you come in, sorry. I lost track of time. Welcome to my sculpting shop. I'm Chris. It's great to meet you. Oh, yes, of course. I completely forgot about our appointment. I've been working on these brand new hand pieces. I'm fairly proud of. I'll show you those in a sec, but you're the one that brought in the scroll order, is that correct? Oh. Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool when we introduced these little guys. People got a real kick out of them. Yes, you made the appointment last week, if I remember correctly. Okay, good. A returning customer. Oh, perfect. I haven't really had a chance to remind myself of some of the customers that come by, but welcome back. It's good to see you. I see. You were looking for a fully brand new sculpt, is that correct? Good. We can definitely get that done for you in a jiffy. I noticed you had some other face sculpts from your previous orders. Those are ready for pickup, so as you check out, we'll bring those sculpts to you. Yeah, I know you're going to love them. Your pieces seem to be curing perfectly, so why don't we get started just with a quick facial introduction. Now, I'm sure you're aware of our protocols here. We like to make sure that everyone is completely comfortable. So, if you don't mind, I am going to be getting a bit close to you, and I'm going to just be touching your face a bit, if that's okay. Of course, yeah. You just let me know if you feel too much pressure or anything, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to analyze your face, so I'll just be getting a little close, okay? Alright, good. Perfect. Now, how did you enjoy your last session the last time you were here? Nice, I love that. Yeah, let me just take a look over here. Good. I noticed right here you have a little bit of an abrasion. Do you scrape yourself a little? It's been a wild summer for you. Oh, I totally get it. Now, when placing the clay onto the face, that may cause a little bit of a texture change, but we'll just go ahead and sculpt that down so you won't have to worry about that. Let me just look at this side now. And, how's life been treating you? Good. Yeah, now life has been good for me. Just got done visiting a couple of friends. Very excited to be back home, but you know, you can always miss your friends even right after seeing them. How's this right here if I put some pressure? Okay, not too bad. Okay. Yeah, one of our favorite things to do is we like to go to the beach. It's incredibly relaxing. Oh yeah, sometimes I've actually made some of my art pieces right there on the sand. I bring my clay over to the beach. It gets a little hot, so it's a bit hard to make sure everything is drying at the right time, but other than that, I think we can go ahead and get started with just cleansing your face and giving us a nice fresh base to work with, yeah? Okay, cool. Oh no, it shouldn't take too much time at all. Why, are you in a rush? Oh, no worries at all. I'll just have my assistant Deborah here get you a drink. Would you like a nice hot tea? We have black tea, peppermint, ginger, dandelion root. Peppermint. It's one of my favorites. Stevia, sugar, honey. 2 stevias. Okay. Deborah, can we just get a nice peppermint tea for my friend here? 2 stevias. Thank you so much. Now, if you don't mind, while Deborah prepares your tea, I'm just going to go ahead and grab some of my cleaning supplies, okay? But like I said, make yourself at home. Yeah, and just relax. Yeah, so basically what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to apply a very thin layer of toner. It's hypoallergenic, so you have nothing to worry about. But we're just going to be applying them with these nice, soft little cotton pads. Yeah, honestly, this part, a lot of our clients actually say it's probably the most relaxing part of the process. I've always been a big fan of face massages and just, anything like that can really help you close your eyes and just relax while it happens. But let me just do me a favor. I'm going to pick out a couple of these cotton pads here. Okay. And then what we're using is just a basic, ordinary glycolic acid toning solution. This one also is incredibly, hypoallergenic. It's useful in evening out the skin tone and, most importantly, cleaning it up as much as we need it to be. Yeah, you really don't want any, flecks of dirt or any bacteria whatsoever on your skin when applying the clay. When needing to dry, it can really cause some issues, so we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit here. There you go. Just a small amount. Okay. Now just do me a favor, close your eyes, and I'm just going to lightly apply this to your skin. Okay. Good, you're doing great. Good. Just relax. Just relax. Okay. Good, you can open your eyes now. How's that feel? It's very relaxing. I'm just going to go over one more time. It's just better to be safe than sorry when working with such, rough texture on the skin. I don't really want to be the reason why, say, you have a reaction or start to break out in any way. It's mainly just so I can make sure I'm not causing any issues in terms of skin. Because I do know how important it is to take care of your skin. Of course, just relax and close your eyes. Okay. Good. Let's see. Perfect. Awesome. It's coming out great, don't worry. Just relax. Just relax. Feel free to drift off into a nice, relaxed state. We do know that it is much better results when our clients tend to be in more of a relaxed state. So feel free to open your eyes. Good. Okay. I'm just going to put these items back. I'm going to come by and I'm just going to go ahead and scrub your skin down with a clean toothbrush. Just got done cleaning them. I always make sure to use a fresh pair every single time, so just give me 1 second. It's not going to be rough at all. You'll be fine. And from there, I'm even going to be applying a bit of a, I guess you can say like a barrier at the end of a moisturizing spray, which is going to keep your skin nice and moisturized throughout the process. Yeah, toning can be a bit drying. Yeah. Alright. So, here we have the toothbrush. It's just your ordinary toothbrush, really. Then here is that moisturizing spray. We're going to apply this at the end once you're all done. Okay. Now, if you don't mind just holding still for me, I'm just going to give you a couple of brushes. Okay? Okay, just hold still. Good. Perfect. How's that feel? It's not too rough, right? Good, good, good. Just want to make sure you're nice and comfortable throughout the entire process. But like I said, prepping the skin before molding, chiseling, or anything like that is paramount to good results and healthy feeling skin. Okay. Perfect. How's that feel? Good, good. We always want to make sure you're as relaxed as possible. Perfect. And now that that's done, I'm just going to go ahead and have you close your eyes while I apply a bit of this moisturizing spray, and then we can get to molding. Of course. Yeah, just go ahead and close your eyes and hold still for me. Okay. Yeah, you can probably smell that. It's a cucumber aloe. It's mainly there to give you a moisturizing feeling, but kind of does wake you up with its nice, relaxing smell, and its cooling sensation can really get you up. So, just give me one sec to put these back, and I'll grab some of the clay, and we can choose some colors. Of course. Probably every client's favorite part is me introducing the colors. These colors I've worked with my entire career, and I can tell you they are my go-tos. Now, keep in mind, before I introduce to you each color, that you can actually combine colors to make different ones. So, I'll let you know what they're called and what base you want to start with, what kind of details you'd like. Yeah, of course, we can make any kind of skin tone by, mixing up some of the colors, but you can be as creative as you like. Some people want an exact one-to-one, replica of their face, which I believe you've done before, or we can even create some more features for you. So, say like putting on a mask, really, having a different identity, we can definitely sculpt in some different features of any color you'd like. So let me just introduce these guys. Up top we have two of our most popular bases. We have Ocean Mist Blue, which is fantastic. This right here is, like I said, a very popular option, something that a lot of people like to go with in terms of a nice clean base. One of my favorites, though, is Blood of Your Enemies Red. Yes. Blood Red is a perfect base to start with if you're planning on using any other different kind of colors. Most colors appear a lot more vibrant on a red base, so if you're going for something more colorful, I'd highly recommend some Blood Red. Mm-hmm. Yes. Obviously, there are more. We do have money green, which is absolutely fantastic. Thinking about that money. Yeah, a little bit of a profit with that one. A lot of people like to use it in some of the more nature-based projects. We can do. Excuse me. Sometimes we get some clay flies flying around here, but we do have that green that can replicate leaves, can replicate grass, trees, any kind of nature really, which I know a lot of people really like. If you take another look on this opposite side, we have lemonade yellow. Now, lemonade yellow is incredibly vibrant, very easy to work with, and a lighter clay than the other ones, not just by color, but by weight and texture. I would think that both yellow and this albino light is among some of the lighter, more thinner layered clays that I think will be a perfect look, but also not give you too heavy of a feeling when drying on your face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then finally we have the eternal abyss of not knowing what comes after death, black. It's a bit of a long name, but I like to just call it the eternal abyss of not knowing what comes after the terrifying experience and abysmal fate that is death, this unavoidable, sorry about that flying, unavoidable, thing that we really don't know what happens after, so that black really captures that nothingness, that view into that black void that no one can really understand. Yes, I love my life. I'm a very positive person, if you can't tell. So, out of these colors, like I said, we can mix and match any kind of colors to make a different one, but is there one that you maybe wanted to start for in terms of your base? Of course. Of course, we'll go ahead and start with a nice red base and add a couple of different features. All I need you to do is just sit back and relax. Okay? Before handling any of our clay, I like to just sanitize my hands one last final time. I did wash them shortly before our appointment, so I'm not too worried about the bacteria. However, I just like making sure I don't have any leftover dirt, dust, or grime on my fingers when sculpting. Now, as I go in, that red base is going to end up covering your entire face. Is that what you'd like? Okay, good. And then as I get that base down, you can go ahead and just relay to me exactly what kind of features you'd like on there too. Of course, yeah, whatever you'd like. Okay, there's nothing that we can't make for you here. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just grabbing a small amount of the red. A little goes a long way with our clay. So I'm just going to mold this real quick. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of spreading it out to create that very thin layer to be placed right onto your skin. You don't have anything to worry about. I've done this hundreds of thousands of times on humans, on animals, objects, anything really. I like to not limit myself when it comes to my artistic creativity. So if you don't mind just holding still, I'm just going to apply this on this side real quick. Okay. You're doing great. Just go ahead and keep holding still for me. Okay. Good. Perfect. Now let me just grab another piece over there and we'll cover the other side. But how's this feel? Does this feel okay? It does. Okay, good. I'll be right back. Okay. Beautiful. Got another piece here. I'm just going to do the same thing I did earlier. Just massage it out and make sure it's flexible enough to be placed onto your face. Thin enough not to create any harsh textures. I know this abrasion right here is just a little rough, but I'll use my tools in a sec to mold those down for you. Now just hold still. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're just gonna apply that there. Make sure that looks good. Okay, perfect. That actually looks amazing. Now, how's that feel? We have it on this side here, and it's sticking fairly nicely. I notice this side is slouching a little bit. Do you mind if I apply a little bit of a helper tape? It's just a tape, very thin layer that I can apply on this side here to prevent, any slouching, any peeling. It won't affect the final product at all. Perfect. Let me just grab that. Here we go. Now, since this is the base, I don't assume we'll need the tape for many other things, but most of the time when applying the base, there you go. You get a little bit of peeling just like that, but I'm just going to go ahead and just apply a very small amount to both sides so that that base can be held down. Okay, now while I do this, is there anything that you wanted to request? Any kind of request at all? I see. You wanted your eyes to be a little bit bigger, pop, show a little bit more. Okay. Now, in terms of the nose, the chin, cheekbones, anything like that, did you want to adjust the size on those at all? Okay. I can definitely make that work. Gotcha, okay. Well, let me just apply this over here. Just hold still. Perfect. And hold still. Oh my god, great. Came out better than I thought. This should be able to hold. Now, let's go ahead and grab another piece for that side. Now, I do like to ask returning customers, is there anything I can improve on moving forward? Considering this is, I believe, your 4th time here, I just want to make sure each experience has been an improvement after the last one. Don't want you to get bored of me and, have the same experience. I am working on different techniques, yes. Just want to make sure everybody is comfortable and relaxed. Okay. Thank you, Deborah, if you could just put it down there. Appreciate it. Your tea is ready. But you were saying... Okay, maybe have a little something else going on in the background to keep you entertained while I do this. Okay, perhaps a Family Guy clip compilation, or it's a little too brain rot, okay. I'll figure out something to keep it nice and entertaining for you while this happens. But for now, I just want to make sure you're relaxed, yes? Okay, good. And we're just going to hold this right there. Perfect. Looks like everything is holding just fine. How do you feel? Yeah, once the base is done, we're just adding small features. So for your eyes, I'm thinking we can go maybe a yellow or blue. Did you want more of like a warmer yellow kind of, or a very striking lightning blue? A lightning blue for the eyes. I like that. It's gonna pop just fine. Just give me one sec to grab that. Perfect. Now, I have this lightning blue here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna split it into two different pieces, okay? There you go. And this is going to help me mold both of your eyes at the same time. Now don't worry, these aren't going over your direct eyes. I'll put them close by near your eyes to simulate the position of it, but for now, this is all we need to do. Just one sec. Okay. Now, do these look big, or would you like them a little bigger? A teensy bit bigger, okay. Just gotta make sure we're gentle with it. How's that? Good, okay. Let me just apply this one here. Hold still. Good, okay. And then this other one here, I'm just gonna bring it a little wider to make sure that they're both the same size. Yes, please feel free to have some tea while I do this. It's good, right? I've always been a big fan of peppermint, so. Okay, now, if you don't mind just holding still, put this right up here. Perfect. Now, that's honestly coming out great. We have your face base, and we have your eyes. For the nose, did you want to go green, yellow, black? Green. I like that. No, that's a great color. Yeah, you're going for something really vibrant, which I can really mess with. I like that. I think it's unique and it's different, so I don't blame you. Just one moment, let me grab it. Now, for your nose, we don't really need that big of a piece. We don't want to make it too big now. I don't want you to look like Pinocchio, unless that's a look you're going for. No, you're not. Okay, good. You look like Squidward, maybe, from SpongeBob, but let's go ahead and start with something a little more unorthodox. Just going to give you a couple of examples, and you let me know which one you like the most. Voila. The square nose. How would you like having a nice square nose on there? You know, a little fashionable, a little different. No, we can give you very deep nostrils with this one to help you breathe a little easier. No. Okay, just give me one sec. Let's see. No square, but that doesn't mean no rectangle. With the rectangle, we can definitely make it vertical or horizontal. More vertical. Not a big fan. You want more of a traditional nose? Okay, alright. Let's see if I can pull something off here. Give me one sec. how about just a standard nose, standard little cuff on top there to give it shape, and we can obviously alter it in small details if you'd like. Good. Okay. All right, we settled. I like that. Now, go ahead and just hold still and look straight for me. I would hate for your nose to be a bit crooked. Good. Just hold still. Okay. Perfect. Let me just do a little pinch here. Oh, wow. This may be one of my favorite pieces yet. Look at that. You look great. Yeah. No, I can see the vision coming very clear here. You have your red base with nice lightning blue eyes, a nice green nose because it smells like money in here. And I'm thinking for the mouth, you know what? You're sticking with this very vibrant theme. Why don't we go yellow for the mouth? I think that'll look great. Of course, yes. Let me grab it, and then we'll go ahead and mold you a quick mouth. And your ears, we might go for a nice white, nice basic white. You read my mind. Okay. Beautiful. Now, for the mouth, we're gonna have you choose an expression. We can have you be a happy little camper with a nice, calm, casual smile. Something like this. Yeah, we can definitely lower the intensity of the smile by bringing it down a little, but still having that almost banana shape. Oh, no worries. We can give you a more serious look. It's a very nice serious look right there. If you want a bit of a smirk, we can kind of bring up just one side, give you a Jarvis. That's not really something I should be mentioning, to be honest, but if you wanted to go for something a little more rugged, something a little more sad, we can give you a frown. Yeah, we don't recommend the frowns, but I know some people like to express themselves in a different way, so you want to go for more of a smile. Oh, made my day. Now, let's just go ahead and lengthen it a little here. Now, you don't want to make it too long, or else it can snap. The weight might not distribute evenly, and it may just be a little hard to keep. So we're just going to find that sweet spot here. Just like that. Beautiful. Oh, that's nice. Almost looks like a French fry. Now just hold still. I'm just going to put this right here. Good. Perfect. Look at that. You look like $1,000,000. I always say the smile is one of the most important features when sculpting a piece because it just says so much about the piece, you know. If you make it frown, you know, you want to understand it. You feel a little bit more sympathy toward it. If you make it smile, you want to get to know it, learn the reason of its happiness and its joy. I just feel like the expression of a piece can really bring out the questions of what you want to learn about it. It's a bunch of pretentious jargon. I don't mean to sound like that, but yeah. Now, how about we finish off on the ears, and then I could do some molding, and then once we get you to dry, I'll chisel you and get those final little details out. Of course. Yep, just relax. Sip that tea if you like. I made sure to leave your eye holes and mouth hole open just in case you wanted to get a drink, and obviously to make sure you can still see. Yeah. Okay, now, I know we agreed on white ears, but bear with me here. What if we get you a white ear and a black ear? Come on. That'd of sick, right? You got one color on one side and another color on the other. I feel like with what you're going for, with the vibrancy and the different colors, I think you're going to really like the way it comes out. Yes, okay. You're just making my day more and more. Now, this one's a bit tougher, so I'm going to give you a different option. We have more of your basic kind of rounded ear option, something like this, you know, something that's not too crazy, but at the same time standard. We can also kind of have the point come up top, give you more of like an elf-like shape. You know, maybe you want a smaller earlobe, and more of a rounded bottom, or maybe you'd like, you know, more of a lower earlobe. You want an elf ear on one side and maybe a standard on the other. I like you. I like the creativity. No, I feel like a lot of people come here for the same thing, which totally fine, you know. Get what you want, get your money's worth. Don't ever let me try and change what you came here for. But it always makes me feel good whenever a client responds to those little spontaneous creative decisions, I think, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, we have your elf ear here. Let me just go ahead and apply it on the side here. Just hold still for me if you don't mind. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, now I got a little lunch stuck in my teeth there. I didn't notice that at first, but I appreciate you letting me know. Okay, good. Just a little bit of pressure here. Perfect. That looks good. Can you hear me? Okay, good, you can. Perfect. Now, I'm just going to do the same thing, but this time with the white, we're just going to try and mold more of a standard ear shape. Something a little more rounded up top. Kind of maintain that curve, almost like a bit of a kidney bean look, really. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. What do you think of this so far? Yeah, you know, something like this. A little more focused on it there. Yeah, it just has some texture on there. I feel like that'll fit just perfect. It's around the same size as the elf ear, but obviously with the point, your elf ear is just going to be a little bit bigger than this one here. You're okay with that? Good, okay. Let's just apply this. Just do me a favor and hold still. Okay, good. Just gonna make sure that a little bit of pressure. Good. You actually look awesome. I love this look for you, to be honest. This is working perfectly. Now, how does it feel having all of the clay on your face? Just to confirm, we have the red base. We have your two lightning blue eyes here. That nice muddy green nose. Beautiful yellow smile to light up the room. And a white and black ear. Is everything sticking properly? Do you feel nice and secure? Okay, good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a quick temperature check on these guys. Well, the temperature is going to tell me exactly how much time I have to sculpt. And the second it dries, once that temperature starts to harden a little bit, then I'll be able to chisel away some of the more, how would you say, rougher features, textures, things like that. Yeah, let me grab my molding tools and my temperature gun. Just one sec. Good. I see. Let me check this side. So it's still a bit warm. a little too warm for me to start sculpting, so we gotta kill some time here. How about I show you those hands I was talking about earlier? Yeah. Yeah, I can kind of give you a little in-depth look and show you a fun little trick too. Yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting for the air to kind of dry those down a bit. Yeah, just one sec, let me show you real quick. Beautiful. Now, these right here are different sculpts that I made out of silicone because clay isn't the only thing I work with. I like to make different projects, take on different requests, and for this client, they actually requested multiple different parts of the body. I think it was for an art exhibit, actually. That was incredibly interesting. It was realism in the art, so if you can tell, actually, I even put in some color in the veins here. So it's a very slight green color on the hand there. I made sure to mold all of the different pores and, natural wrinkle lines that we have in our hand after grabbing things. And, I made sure to give it a realistic kind of finish with a bit of a sweat kind of gloss on there. So, honestly, if I were to just show someone this off camera like this without really making it look too slimy, it definitely can be pulled off as a normal hand, just, hey, how you doing, one of those. So I thought it was really fun, and when you get them both together, apply some fake nails on there, it really puts the whole effect together. It's honestly incredible, one of my favorite projects I made, but let me show you something really cool. Now, the human mind is incredibly powerful. What I have here is just a soft little cotton ball, okay? Just a soft little ball. Here, give me your arm. You feel that? Just a very soft, gentle touch, nothing too crazy. Now, I want you to picture this hand, I want you to look at it, and I want you to think it's your hand, okay? Now, using the power of your brain, I want you to just really think about the soft cotton ball, just rubbing up and down on these fingers, ever so softly. Just do your best to visualize that, and you can almost feel it. You can almost get that little tickle that you'd feel if it was actually on your hand. Just the softest little brushes. Yeah? You can just feel just the slightest touch here. One more time, just picture it. Going from the top of your finger, ever so slow. Just slightly going around. Oh yeah. It's kind of freaky, right? You can kind of feel it. Yeah, how about we go to the back of the hand here? Yeah, just right over your knuckles. Just like that. Beautiful. Oh, you're right. Here, let me do a quick little test. Okay, it's hardened a good amount actually, but pretty funny little experiment, right? Hey everybody, how's it going? I just like to play some pranks with my family sometimes. Oh, someone ripped off my hand, stuff like that. Now, I'll put it back and grab some of my sculpting tools so we can fill in some of those dips and put in our own. Of course. Okay. Now, this right here is my repertoire of different sculpting tools. Now, without having anything fall out, let me just I like to carry them in this leather case. And we have everything here from the sculpting knife to the nice squishy washing sponge to wet the clay if it's still a little too dry. We have these little balls right here that can actually help dig into the clay ever so slightly, just like that, and help us create little divots, little parts that we can kind of mold ourselves. And these are more than incredible, really. It's a great way to be able to get that kind of 360 orb feel and look. Put this one down here. We have little pins right here that are very, very useful. If you can see just on the top there, if possible, there is a little, let me try and get that going for you. Just a little ball up top right there. Just a tiny little ball. And it's basically serving the same purpose as those bigger ones, but with this we can go in and we can give you just little details all around. We're going to be using that in just a sec. Okay, and as you come up here, we have our silicone brushes, which in my opinion are incredibly useful. These silicone brushes come in a bunch of different sizes, but I can tell you they are soft to the touch, harmless. They're not sharp in any way, they won't cause any damage, but we're going to be going in closer to the eyes with these because we don't want to put any metal or wood near the eyes. So I'm just going to put in some light details using this guy. Almost as if I'm painting it on, yeah. The clay is still soft enough, which is good. And then of course we have our scoring tool right here. This one's a little more in-depth, but with it being a wooden one, all it is just these little ridges right here that are going to help me score all over. The scoring is like scratching, really, to create a texture that'll help bond different items onto the clay. So you just scratch, 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 let the clay separate, apply a little of what we like to call slip, which is just a smaller unused part of clay, with just a little bit of water, and that's just going to help all the features be held on a lot tighter when curing in the oven or kiln. Yeah. It looks like your features are staying on just fine, so we might not need to do too much of this, but just to be safe. Okay. And then finally, I think what we're going to need here, we're probably going to use a little bit of this wire brush, just to kind of, give your skin texture. We can keep it as soft as you'd like, but again, texture is key during this part in the process, so just give me one sec. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to go throughout your face and just kind of scrape it through, okay? Just like that, ever so softly. Alright, now hold still. Good, good. Perfect. I'm just going to get your ear. Good, good. This part shouldn't take too long. Let me just use this silicone brush on your eyes real quick. Hold still for me. Okay. You said you wanted them bigger, right? Okay, I'm just going to keep that shape. Put a little bit of depth in there. You'll be fine, don't worry. Okay, good. Now, too. I'm just going to create a couple of divots on the things like the temple, cheeks, things like that to give it a little bit more depth, okay? Just hold still. Get a small feature here. I'm going to use the bigger ball on the cheeks here. Good, good, good. Okay. Use it to get the eyebrows. And the other eyebrow. Now, did you want a bit of a butt chin? I mean, not to brag, but I do think butt chins are a bit in style. It's kind of nice. It gives you more of a fancier look. Not really, not a big one, but a small one. Small one would be good, yeah. Just a little bit of a butt chin there, okay. Okay, perfect. You got a nice butt chin. That looks really good. Oh, it fits perfectly with your aesthetic. You're totally fine. Now, let me go ahead and just quickly check your temperature. Now you're ready for chiseling. It's an extremely fast-drying clay, and I felt it tensing up for sure. Let's just air you out a little. Taco Bell. Thanks for noticing. I appreciate it. Extra garlic and onions. I know. Sorry. You're dry enough. Okay, now I get it. Now, try and grab one of the bigger chisels here. I know I have plenty of different sizes here. I like to keep the safety cover on until we're ready to use it, but this right here is our 24mm chisel. It's extremely useful when trying to get those bigger details down. Here, I'll try and get like a good focus on it there. There you go. So these are extremely sharp. I'll be very careful when handling these, but I can tell you they get the job done. So this right here is just going to be used to get the, like I said, bigger parts of your face when chiseling your cheeks, jawline, forehead, temples, and maybe even ears, but we do like to save the smaller features for something like an 18mm spatula here, or chisel. So let's go ahead and just go in. You're going to hear a little bit of tapping. Now just something soft like that, okay? Okay, just hold still for me. Okay. Just getting around your face right now, just getting the face shape. Both these sides look pretty good. I'm just going to even out this side since we got your other. Okay. You're doing great. Just hold still. Alright, I would say the perimeter of your face is good, so why don't we go into your eyes, nose, mouth, and ears and do a very quick chisel. Just quickly for some details. Yeah. worries, you'll be fine. Okay, just hold still. Okay, let me get the other eye. Beautiful. Good. Now I'm just going to go down to your nose. How skinny did you want it? We usually have a scale of like 1 to 10, 10 being, pretty thick, and then 1 being like, like Michael Jackson. Yeah, just very, very small. I'm going to go for a 5, an even middle. No worries, I got you. Good, good. You're doing great, just hold still. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Now I'm just going to do your mouth, okay? Okay. Okay, good. My God, you, my friend, look absolutely incredible. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that moisturizing spray one more time so it can set. And then from there, we'll be able to pop off the mask, get it in the kiln, and then you could join us again for a session where you can even paint it. Yes, glaze it with different glazes. No, I don't mean compliment it a lot like, hey, yo, those are some fire sneakers, my friend. No, more like glazing as in different colors and painting. Yes, of course. Let me just grab that spray. Okay. Do me a favor. Close your eyes. Beautiful. Okay. How do you feel? Good, good, good. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop it off of your face. It's hard enough now. Just hold still. Okay, good. Look at that. That right there is your creation, my friend. It may be of my hands, but it was your creativity. Awesome. Now, I'm just going to hand this over to my assistant, Deborah. Deborah, do you mind just getting this with the kiln? Yeah, in the kiln room with the other projects. Okay. There you go. Wow. All right. You, my friend, are all finished. You did a fantastic job. I hope you like the process. Mm-hmm. Of course, of course. Well, your other pieces are ready from your last trip. I know it's been a while since you've been here, but we like to hold on to all of our clients' projects until they're able to come back and pick them up. So as you check out with Deborah, she'll also be gifting you those items that you got and paid for last time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Today, honestly, isn't going to set you back much. You are a repeat customer, so I'll throw a 20% discount on there, and if you'd like, you can open up a rewards program. Yeah. Chris's Clan Sculpting Rewards. It's kind of in progress right now. We just started it, but for every $1 you spend, you get a point, and if you reach 100 points, then you get a $20 gift certificate to anything you need in here, whether it's supplies, whether it's a sculpting session, a class maybe if you want to learn sculpting yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've spent plenty of money here already, so I'll have Deborah sign you up, and we'll go through your previous transactions, add them all together, and get you those points. And we try our best to be generous here. I'll go ahead and write that down. Make sure that I apply the discount. You don't have to worry too much about it now. Why don't you head home, and when you come pick up your pieces, this newest piece, you can pay then. Oh, of course. Hey, we love our customers here. Are you a hugger? I am too. Come here. You're gonna do great. You're fine. Don't even worry. It's no skin off my back. You have unlocked another creative side in me. Of course. It's just about lunchtime, so I will let you get to it. How's that sound? Perfect. Okay, great. Well, it was an honor to meet you, and I hope you had a great time and relaxed, and please just don't forget to smile. Yeah, I mean, that's what all this is about. So, hope you have a great day and a good night. Goodbye. I'll see you next time.